one of the things that has come up
I
is a
push
lot of
live, but it's it's going to take a couple of minutes. But
okay.
you are on tape though, so just know that. So what happened?
Well, we've been doing some massive inner trauma healing, Christy and I. And one of the things that has come up for me in the past was some stuff that I've been keeping bottled up and locked down for like over 20 years that just kind of shaped my life. And I've learned to let go and release a bunch of this stuff. And when I did, and by the way, we have this safe place, this safe container where we're doing this stuff all in. So I share my things with her, and in a very open and tender way, and she does the same with me. We've created this, and one of the things that has come up because of this is a lot of this purging that is going on is coming into physical symptoms. So last Saturday, my throat just are we live?
Yeah, we got we're that's about 40 people in here. So go ahead and spill your guts.
I can't see anything.
What?
I can't see anything.
Yeah, you get your phone if you want to see the comments. I'm going to pull up my phone.
Okay.
Just on my page.
So one of the things that's come up is turned into physical symptoms is that my throat got real raw last Saturday, and then Sunday. By Monday I couldn't talk at all. It was so raw. And so you have these ascension symptoms, ascension flu. You heard of that?
Yeah.
So you don't really actually get the flu. I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel like flu-like symptoms at all, but I did have this throat thing that has come up, and it's been raw all week, and I'm just barely last 2 days starting to talk with a full voice. I've been whispering and coughing all this stuff up for like a week already. It's pretty nasty.
Is it green?
No, it's not green. That I know of.
First of all, let's make sure everybody's. Yeah, we don't have the comments because we're using Zoom, but so let me just
is this on Facebook though?
Yeah. On Facebook? Yeah, it's on all the platforms. It's still multi-streamed. I'm just not going to the Restream studio. I'm going through.
We did our first live last week, and we had to experience all of this. How do we get the live on Facebook? So I took like a quick course.
Yeah, you should have called me. I saved you a lot of time.
You were doing a show during the time you did this. So
yeah.
So yeah, I'm about to put this on just so I can see the comments. So I'm gonna be.
That's fine. I have no problem with that.
I'm gonna get really close so I don't have to
We all know you've been smoking dope like like a chimney. I'm kidding. I know you don't smoke. I tried to corrupt you before. You wouldn't take it.
You did try to corrupt me, man.
I know I did. I can't help it.
I'm so corruptible.
I know. No, I don't know if you're corruptible. I think you're one of the purest people I've ever met.
Damn.
It's true. It's true. You're one of the purest people I've ever met.
Well, thank you, my brother. I feel the same way.
Oh God, please. I'm a fucking heathen.
Well, we're both heathens.
No.
But we're so damn good at it.
You're Puritan, man. You're
Puritan, man.
You're wait. I have algae growing on my mic.
Ooh, get that checked.
I know. So well, okay, here we go. Yeah, this is cool to be doing a special Sunday edition with the birthday boy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ryan. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
And many more.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
If I was there, I'd give you a birthday spanking.
Well, save it. Save it.
Oh, why do I have the feeling I'm gonna? God, so this is about you. So really, happy birthday! How old are you? 41.
49. Thank you. I wish.
You're 49. I'm 59. So you're born in 71,
Yeah,
72,
72.
71, 72. Oh, so my little brother was born December 13th, 4 days and 10 years after my birthday. So you're just, God, that doesn't even seem the same. I guess it's psychological. I look at him and he looks like a little brother, but to me, you're like the same. It's weird.
Well,
Holy.
I've been over the last couple of months just really taking care of myself and you know, doing a lot of healthy habits that have, you know, I feel better about I certainly don't feel 49. I know I don't act like it. Yeah, I mean, you can ask Christy. We act like fucking kids in a damn toy box, just, you know, throwing stuff at each other. It's so much fun to play in these childlike energies. I mean, we just have fun, you know.
Peter Pan lives, man.
Yeah,
Peter Pan.
Yeah, so it's been an amazing couple of months, just merging and experiencing these like Leo energies.
It's been big. Why is it Leo? Is it Leo constellation?
I don't know. I mean, I usually over the past couple of years, during my birthday month, I get heated, really, just like on
you're
fire.
in heat.
But
like you're in heat.
No.
Oh, poor Christy.
Oh, don't poor Christy. She knows exactly what she's getting into.
Okay.
You know, the past couple of years, every birthday month has been the same. This year, it's kind of amped up. I don't know if it's just if this just is the year that things are happening. You know, right after the COVID hoax, and things are starting to open up and happen. But I got these really intense, really intense energies starting at the middle of June.
That's right.
And then the, you know, my jujitsu classes are helping bring out this you know, other me that's been kind of trapped inside this little boy for like, you know, confrontation and all this stuff. And this is another thing that we're working through in our trauma little experiences in our safe container that we created is learning how to communicate these feelings and emotions that we buried deep for ages, you know, since from the very first time you get bullied or picked on, and then kind of keep everything inside and bottled up. And so one of the things that has really been helping me out was this martial arts experience, and it's just kind of I'm seeing the beast come out, man. So
really,
yeah, I'm serious, man. It's fun. It's very it's really good for my confronting a lot of my fears. I'm in a uncomfortable positions all the time. I mean, you would go into a panic attack if you didn't have a control of your breathing, and so I'm really learning how to become comfortable in uncomfortable situations. That was a big thing for me.
Wow, that sounds pretty heavy, man. It does. It sounds pretty heavy. I mean,
it is. Yeah, it's been
I mean,
a really awakening experience for me. Yeah.
I bet to be in an uncomfortable situation, because you're not talking about suppression of just this incarnation, but like being held down.
Imagine a 280-pound guy on top of your chest, putting all his weight on you, and there's nothing you can do about that. And you're fighting in this fighting, and all you're doing is creating this nervous energy, and you're using your energy in a bad way to. So what's going to happen? I can't push this guy off. I start to panic. I tap out. The first couple of months I was tapping out because I could not take the pressure. And then I started learning how to control my breath. And now it's gotten to the point where when someone's on top of me, I can brace myself and start decreasing the breaths and work through it. Now, instead of fighting off, there's a calm place in that storm. You know, it's kind of been very meditative to me also, Todd. This is what I'm learning too, because as I'm learning to control the breath, things just sort of kind of disappear,
Yeah.
you know?
And what, like, intuitively you start to connect intuitively to figure out what the hell to do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Makes sense.
at this point, I'm still a white belt, so I only know a couple of moves to get out of. But eventually, yes, the submissions and the moves are like a flow chart. One
Yeah.
move leads to another, leads
Yeah,
to
like
another, leads to
knee to
another.
the nuts.
Knee to the nuts is a good one. Yes, that's my favorite one.
No, that's not allowed. Yeah, that's pretty deep, man. And then now you're doing jujitsu. You're actually taking 2 courses in one, or 2 courses at a time. You're taking jujitsu, which is probably bringing to the surface old etheric muscle memory from
Mm-hmm.
past
Mm-hmm.
past training, and then also the dance with the divine,
Oof.
dance with the divine feminine.
Yeah, this is all new. Kind of snuck up on both of us.
Yeah, swing your partner round and round.
Yeah, it's been wow. It's been
Yeah.
amazingly. It's like lightning. It's happened so fast that it just kind of caught us both off guard. I mean, we started just kind of, innocently in our a little messenger room, just shooting stuff back and forth, just
Mm-hmm.
kind of the way I shoot with you,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
and a lot of fun. I mean, just ended up becoming just best friends over a period of time, and then there was that acknowledgement, and she'll talk about this more from her perspective, but yeah. So I didn't know what was going on. I just know we were having a lot of fun in our little rooms, and then we started, becoming aware that maybe this is something that we were brought together to heal. I know that I have suppressed and built up a wall my entire life, avoiding these kind of feelings and confrontations in any kind of relationship situation.
I know. I've been in that
Everybody,
situation. I've been in that
can
situation with
attest
you.
to that
Huh?
has been around me in those situations.
Yeah, I've been in that situation with you, where you're stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when and I have that same. I did, early on. I had that same pattern. So that's it. That's yeah, like the empath gets stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
Between friends, kind of deal. You would just want to be the peacemaker, But that's
Well,
how I always, and I saw that in you.
I
So yeah.
I would in any relationship I ever got into, it was already a sabotage waiting to happen. As soon as stuff started to get real close, or started to get a little bit more serious, and okay, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
This is getting intense, and I don't have the tools available to work through this on my own. So we realized that this was an opportunity for the both of us who've been in this situation to really kind of work together and be kind of in a conscious training situation, I guess you could say. So it's really just started out like that, and then it blossomed into what it is now, which is just amazing, beautiful, loving experience. I can't even, like, she wrote a post earlier, and I was like, I don't even have the words to say how I feel about you, because those words do not exist in this universe. What I'm feeling,
Wow.
yeah, it's really blossomed.
That's
Mhm.
deep, man. Deep
Yeah.
stuff.
What
Deep
can I say,
stuff.
man?
Well, I mean, I had a ringside seat.
I know you did. Yeah.
I've had a ringside seat. Well, I mean, obviously I wasn't there like day, but I mean, I know who you are. I know who you were. We go back to 2014, 15,
Mm.
15, 14. 14.
Same
14 or 15.
hood, man. Same
Yeah.
hood.
That's right, man. That's the original playground there for Soulogy.
Mm-hmm.
That little place behind your house.
Oh, so yeah. So okay. So I guess I'm gonna break the news right here, because she's gonna
She's
see
coming.
she's coming in 5 days. Friday.
Dude, when she comes, don't let her go back. I'm telling you, I'll tell you straight up. And I'm not saying that because Morgan's in Australia. We got work to do. That's a different story. But this shit's getting crazy. You know, the rules are not going to. Yeah, I'm just. This is me though. I'm radical, but the rules don't apply anymore. That's where I look at it.
Well, we had to make a decision because the Canadian borders are getting really iffy right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting to the point where eventually they're going to get locked down, and there's not going to be a way for us to meet. So what started out. So we've been having these syncs, these numbers come up into our awareness to kind of guide us. And the plan was that eventually she was going to come down here for a visit. And then as soon as the border stuff started to happen, it turned into a month. Okay, so we got to get you down here in a month. Then she got in an intuitive guidance saying that this was going to happen. They were going to start locking down and mandating these jabs over the next couple of weeks. So we got to do this sooner. So it turned out 2 weeks. Okay, so 2 weeks, that's fine. This is exciting. We can do this. We'll get you down here. She booked her ticket, and it had all of our numbers on it: 22, 33, 44, 55, 77. All of the numbers were on there, just like she's, we've been guided through this divinely since the beginning. We didn't know it. We weren't aware of it at the time, but it's like we jumped timelines.
Yeah, you did.
We did jump timelines.
You're about to jump, no pun intended, another timeline. No, seriously, yeah, you're right. You're the magic in the flesh, man.
Yeah, it's crazy how much things are moving out of our way. It's like the universe is clearing things for us. I mean, we had walls all over the place at first, and it's like everything's just kind of being rerouted. And yeah, I'm responding to Christy now. She is a lucky girl.
Is that what she said?
Yeah. We're funny.
Where is she? Oh, she's sending you a private message. Oh, damn, she's a lucky girl. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man, the universe, what does Paulo Coelho
conspiring?
Says? The universe conspires with you.
Yeah. That was the first book when I went in there to the place. That was the first book you recommended me when I was starting to have my experience.
It's a beautiful book. It's a beautiful book because it's a self-exploration, self-expansion, total loss of everything, comes back a millionfold, and then of course the sacred union. Yeah, I smell her. It's true, man. I
don't think I got to that chapter yet.
But she has to be.
Are there cliff notes?
It has nothing to do with her being in close proximity. She's like, I smell Morgan. Yeah. See, thank God she's not here though, because she could smell me. I have more deodorant in about a month. I don't have any reason to. I just stay at home all the time. Work. Wow, this is cool. So she's coming in 5 days. Yeah. So we won't see y'all for a while, I guess. I'm sure we'll hear some noise down there, but we won't see you.
Yeah. Really we're coming down here to just take some time and do some more healing and just kind of lay low for a little bit. We're both kind of following the guidance of don't really know what the plan is. I think she has more of an idea than I do, but
that's how it works.
I've taken it upon myself to this is my mission too now.
That's right. That's exactly right.
I got back in shape.
Yeah.
I started a martial arts program, self-defense. I got my love for playing music again back, which over 10 years, man, I just stopped playing. I just wasn't fun. And now I've grown back into loving music again. And I'm going to be playing in the band soon. And,
are you really?
Yeah.
Where? What band? Who is?
You probably heard of them. It's BJ Thomas's old band, the Triumphs.
Are they there in Houston?
They're around the area. Yeah. They shut down during COVID because, and then during COVID.
So are you going to be their lead guitar?
No. Keyboard.
Keyboard.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's what I mean. I've gone back to my first love, which is the keys.
Which is amazing because you're an amazing guitarist. I mean, no doubt.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, no, you absolutely are, like virtuoso level.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
No, I've had, that stuff we did. I mean, I had friends tell me, friends that are plugged into the music business, who's that dude, man? Like, you don't just pick up a guitar and start playing by your ear to the level you play. So what a gift. And
put a lot of work into that as a kid, man. Thank God. Because if I had to pick it up at this age, man, I don't know if I could. Back when I was in my teens up to my 20s, man, I was just like a practice alcoholic, practice-holic, guitar-holic.
That too. All the holics.
All the holics, man.
Well, those days are over.
Yeah. Well, the cool thing is, it's this whole new growth period of mine. I have given up. I have given up drinking. I have given up eating meat. I'm starting to take better care of myself because I want to, I want to live. I want to experience.
Yeah, man. I've done the same thing since June. I've done the same thing in the same period of time. You said mid-June. I mean, a lot of people that's been the role. Yeah. But like I'm the same boat you are. I haven't had meat in a while.
It doesn't even feel like it's something that that I crave anymore. And I'm fixing up this place, getting it ready for her, so she'll be comfortable here and kind of make it her own too. Got the little garage. Remember the garage?
Mm-hmm. Is that where you're sleeping?
It's now a studio workout room. So if you ever want to come work out over here, Todd,
I got
I'll waive the admission fee.
I got my dumbbells over here. Yeah. I don't know why I'm talking to you. I feel like I'm going to be down there. I don't know why. I don't plan on going anywhere for a while, but so that's cool. So you're cleaning the place up finally after all these years?
Yeah.
You get all that stuff off the bathroom counter?
Yes.
It's just the way a man lives,
I know.
We don't have to go digging through drawers. We're not used to that. Just put everything on the counter.
Bathroom was the main chore right there.
Yeah, your place is clean. Yeah.
I'm getting rid of some guitars too. I need to really unload some of this baggage in this room.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me know about that.
I will.
So 5 days. So what day and time is she coming in?
Friday. She's gonna land in Dallas, Fort Worth first.
Yeah. And
then go to pick her up Friday night at 8:15.
Hobby or Intercontinental? Or do you know?
I know.
Oh, I got you. On the down low. So that's cool. So Friday picking her. Oh wow, man, that's gonna be quite an event. That's a powerful scenario.
Yeah, I mean we've discussed kind of what the plan could be. I with so many emotions you would go through picking someone up from the first time at the airport. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be crying. Pretty sure.
Well, you never know. I mean, I jumped around like an idiot around Morgan.
I remember that
3 minutes, and she told me, "Can you go sit inside?" So you never know how it's going to happen. But yeah, that night there was tears, at least from me, not from her.
Yeah,
it was, But we just had some friends connected in. Well, they put pictures out. I could say it. Robert Snedden and Melissa Dehan.
Yeah,
they just came together and we had a little phone call, little Zoom with them, and theirs was cool. Yeah, I mean,
it's happening kind of in the Soulogy.
It is something in the water. It's fertile.
It's fertile.
Fertile. It's like taking the sacred unit fertility pills or something.
Yeah. Well, remember that message I left you in the group in our chat room? You don't remember. I think you had a little bit, man. Maybe.
When was this? I haven't done anything. I'm
No?
clean. No, I'm sober, man. I mean, I
Oh,
don't know
that's
how.
fun.
Yeah, dude, I haven't drank since June 7th. I mean, I'm not saying I never will, but it doesn't look that way. It's not even about I think it has more to do with the transformation.
Yeah.
And even the weed, you know, I haven't.
I can totally relate to the transformation there. I mean, there's something happening during the month of July when I was really feeling these Leo energies. It's almost like I felt something else step in, some other, maybe another aspect of me kind of stepped in, because I was talking, and you can ask Christy this, I was talking like I've never talked before. I was saying things that the old Ryan doesn't have the vocals to support, but this stuff was rolling off my tongue, and I was talking like a fucking king, man.
Wow.
You know? And I was like, where is this coming from? I have no idea. I don't talk this way usually, but you know, when we're talking and we're in our power, this stuff just seems to roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
And it's coming from the heart, channeled from the heart, you know, from this place that I'm busting out of finally.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah, that's, I mean, I think that it is the transformation. I mean,
definitely.
There's no question. And it's way beyond the biology. And I personally, I think that anything anyone believes goes right out the fucking window.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to understand it anymore, man.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm talking about like, oh, well, you got to be vegan and this and other. Bullshit. Yeah. Bullshit. It's not about that. You know, people can. It's every one of it's it's an individual thing, and
it is.
But there does seem to be some uniformity to it, at least in certain circles. I mean, there may be other circles that are carnivores. I don't know. You know, I mean, I don't know, but.
I don't even judge that anymore, man.
Yeah.
It's like I've done everything that every one of the things that they say not to do or do, and I've done it, and I'm finally at a place. I'm kind of intuitive eating and intuitively going through life right now. It's just if it feels good or if it pleases my soul, you know, I'll try.
Man, you are different. You got to walk in. I think if your skin starts turning green, we're going to know it was the Incredible Hulk. Juicing. I've been 80% juice since June 15th. And this last 2 weeks, probably 92, 93%, 95%.
Have you tried pomegranate?
Yeah. I love pomegranate, but the thing is, so I buy all these organic, you know, broccoli, zucchini, carrot, you know, so, and the reason I bring that up is not because of me. I'm talking about, I think there's a relation to purifying. Like it's literally making, I've had some massive purging bouts. And they've seemed to calm down a little bit now because I've been on it enough. But yeah, I think it's all the transformation. You know what I was going to say is somebody, more than somebody, actually, there were people saying, and it may have been a Franco, but I remember a couple of the people, that at the end of this year, we will not recognize the world as it was on January 1st, 2021.
Yeah.
And I just had a massive download. I was out for almost 2 hours and pulling in, and you know, no sense getting into it. But the point being is that I could see some of that. I was like, whoa, like, so yeah, I think the whole thing about the universe will conspire with you and put you where you need to be is absolutely supersedes any and all things. I mean, there's no question.
It's definitely put us on this path we have definitely shifted timelines.
Mm.
Things have moved out of our way for our own benefit, and we're flowing with it. It's can't make this stuff up.
I know, man.
And we're not even trying to slow it down. It's like the universe is kind of rushing everything. It's like, whoa. Nope, you're going.
Yeah, it is rushing. It's yeah. I heard the word this just coming out of this other one, fast track. Fast track. You know, it's yeah. And I don't know about you, but yesterday seemed to be the first day of the new world, literally. I mean, everywhere I turned, people were going, everything's different. Everything's changed totally.
I kind of felt that too. I felt that, and then going into the 22nd.
Yeah, what is today? I thought today was the 22nd.
Today was the 22nd.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Frank, you know, there was a lot of people talking this. Yvonne, Jason, I believe Franco. There was somebody else pretty prominent that's out there consistent. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, Morgan. The 21st through 22nd was going to be the start of this new playlist, so to speak. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's apparent. It's very apparent.
It is.
And I think so the end of the year, the world looks nothing like it did the first day of the year. And I personally am you know, go in the direction of supernatural skills, abilities, you know, I feel like that's going to be part of it. And of course, miraculous connections that occur, such as Ryan and Christy. That's pretty awesome, dude. You're gonna get someone to film
it. So what's that?
You're gonna get someone to film the moment.
Possibly. I don't know.
That would be. Oh, I'm giving it away. Yeah, that's a big deal, man. It's you're like somebody's lit a fuse on that piece of dynamite. You know.
Yeah.
Two pieces, actually.
It's crazy because we have the same fire. It's like we light things up as soon as we enter the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We noticed that quite
I know
some time
you
ago.
I know you noticed it.
We noticed it. We noticed it like, you know, a month before the coming out party. I'm happy.
No one told us about it.
Jeez. Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I'm really happy for you. I know, you know, I've sat down with Christy before, and I know a lot of her story energetically, even though I can't pull it up verbatim, but I know the energy of it. And I know you very personally. So like, you're my first friend. You know, I don't know if everybody knows that, but I mean, you're like my first friend, the first person I ever talked to Soulogy about in person, in the flesh. Yeah. But yeah, more than that, we're both basically both from the same neck of the woods, south to Houston, you know, Corpus to, you know, where you were at, in Wharton, Ocampo, whatever that was. Where you at? Where were you from?
Wharton, Bowling.
Yeah, Wharton, Bowling. That's right. Yeah, to me, it's all the same. You know, to me, it's all pretty much the same.
South Texas.
South Texas. That's right, man.
So now I'm adopting a Canadian.
There you go. That's right. And I'm going to become a real wetback because I'm going to swim all the way to Australia. That ain't no shit. I don't give a shit. If I have to, I will.
I don't see anything stopping you, Todd.
No, I'm not going to be stopped. None of us will be. None of us. Not one of us will be. This energy is going to support all of us individually.
Yeah.
It is. If you're in alignment with your heart, it's going to support it. And if you're carrying the Trinity energy, which is serving yourself, serving the other, and serving the universe in equal measure, you're going to be supported.
Well, that's exactly what we're doing. We're actually we have the both of us are in such a field right now, in a magnetic field right now, that we have created this third energy, and it is totally moving with us, and you know, it's nonstop. You know, it's
That's right, man.
trusting ourselves that's hard. That's the hard part.
It's what? What?
Trusting ourselves, trusting the human, when stuff opens up for us like this, that's been the most difficult part of this whole thing, is like the worthiness of it all, or, you know.
I had a guy on earlier today. It was amazing. He had sent me an email, and he's in Puerto Rico. He's a Latino, and he had a great story. And he just summed everything up, man. This was like the real deal. Very street smart guy, lives, you know, kind of in the density of the big city, and you know, we're talking, you know, addicts and homeless and you know, but anyway, it was profound. And what he was saying is that one of the things he was saying was, you know, all this has happened. We don't know what to do. And it's not so much we don't know what to do with all of this. It's we don't know how to be human.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, we've never been really human. We've been something else, right? We've been like a conditioned human. Like, you know what I mean? So like you're talking about, like in your old connections, you get to a certain point, you run. Well, you never found out what it was like to be human because you never went through it. None of us did.
We've been living in this fear mode since the beginning, brought on through all of these traumas that we, you know, experience as babies, kids, teenagers, adults. So when these experiences happen to us, it really makes us afraid to try anything new, or to open up, or follow your heart. You know,
it's crazy. It's crazy because it's like, what would you do for love? Right? You know, like if you look at, if you really looked at it and went, okay, what if I could get that? What would I go through? Would you go through betrayal? Would you go through, you know, different nasty things to get to that point? Yeah. And if you look at it, that's what we did. That's what we've done.
Exactly.
We've actually gone through all this crap. And now we're going to reap the rewards.
But every time you go through that crap, you leave a little trail of crap behind you too. You know, it's as a reminder. And there's the shame. There's the shame. There's the guilt. There's the worthiness stuff happening. So what we're learning now is how to feel, you know, experience these shameful feelings and really feel them and get down to the bottom of it, and then let them go.
Yeah. It's called the cosmic pooper scooper.
Cosmic pooper scooper. I read about that. Yeah.
It's in Melchizedek's Flower of Life.
Yeah, I know. I think Dr. Phil talked about it once.
Dr. Phil. No, but you're right. I mean, we left a trail of poo, and not, you know, I mean, and we all got to go clean it up.
It wasn't our fault. I mean, we did the best we could with what we knew how to do at the time, at our level of consciousness, at our level of hurt. You know, this is one thing that I am learning. This is what we're working on, Christy and I, and I'm learning so much about this stuff. It's really opened me up, and I want to keep opening up. It's cracking me open, man. Like all this stuff that I've built up for years and years, the walls that have kept Ryan at this level and not going any further than this. This is what I'm cracking open right now. This is what we're both cracking open. Yeah. Learning how to deal with the shame of or experiences that you just didn't know how to work through them. You know, you did the best you could.
I mean, that's it. How do you like, I will not play in victim consciousness anymore, period. I will not. I will say, hello, how are you? Maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't. And that's not a personal thing. I'm talking energy. But how do you do that? In my opinion, is what you said. You want to get rid of a perspective that you're a victim or someone else is. Crack your heart open.
crack it open, man.
Just crack the
And
shit out of it. Just
for
crack it
40
to
for 48 years, I was afraid or unable, unwilling to do that, just because I didn't have the tools. I didn't have a safe place. First of all, this is one thing that we both created, was a safe place where we could both be vulnerable and share and not be afraid, because I know that if I tell her something, she loves me just as much, you know, and she doesn't use my past or anything like that to as some kind of judgment. It's just very pure and tender, and it's a very vulnerable place that we created. So I am able to share now, and I actually want to share. We don't have any secrets.
Good.
Yeah, it's my life is an open book to her, and hers mine. I mean, we talk about everything. I mean, everything.
She knows about your little plastic cowboys and Indians you keep under the bed that we play with when they come over.
Yeah.
Like little kids. Hey, I got to say something to Xana Kozar. Xana Kozar in Allison, New York, and there's a couple, there's a few, you know, and they just consistently send, you know, like 1111 and these nice notes. And Xana's one of them. I was hoping to see her on the way to Sedona when I was in Texas. And next time I come, I want to stop by. She's over in Fort Worth. But I saw a picture of Xana. Somebody put a post up of her, and she's a beautiful lady. You know, very beautiful goddess. So I just want to say hi.
We have some amazing friends from Soulogy that we're just now starting to get to know. And,
Really?
yeah, just it's just so amazing. As this group has really brought together some really great souls.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, that's I mean, I remember like what is this 2021. I can remember back in like 2016, like more, you know, being involved with Morgan, and you know, that's what happens. You open up your heart, right? You're like, hey, and I'm be like, okay, you know, there's, I think at the time, like, you know, like 15,000 people, right? And like I would talk about it. Well, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough, you know? And I remember her one day telling me, do you see all the people that are connecting? Now this is way back. And yeah, I do. And I look down here, I see Terry Willette. I saw her at Soulogy Fest. I've been connected with her since like 2014 when I was first started making videos. But you're the cornerstone. You know, you said, oh, well, I was just waking up, Todd. I went in to have a drink, and then, you know, we started having a talk, you know, and it's a typical like bartender client relationship.
It was so fun, man.
It was fun, but it did a lot for me, man, because I had a lot of shadow, dude. I was still splitting at both ends. I was still going deep, dude.
Yeah,
and I was not holy and whole. I was holy and whole, but I still had that, you know, we all had that.
You were letting it all hang out too, which was a cool thing, because you were saying things and challenging you were challenging the status quo of what spirituality, religion, and what we were conditioned all our lives learning. So
you were the first person that ever came into the studio, the original studio. And I had always wanted to try something, and you came over with some device and made some music, and we did a little something.
It was an iPad.
It was an iPad. Okay, we'll show you. Yeah, and so see that was a big deal for me, because it was a very, but yeah. So anyway, yeah. I mean, I'm just, yeah. It's you can't make it up. I mean, then you live where I guess where everything got planted, in that sanctuary. It's a sanctuary. It's a park. It's a sanctuary, but it happened while it was being built.
Yeah.
And
now it's got a rainbow bridge on it, which is ironic.
I seen it.
Rainbow bridge, really?
Dude, I seen it. You know that when I was out there, when I first had, well, I think it was like it was the first. It may have been the high point. It was like the most incredible night I ever had. I had a dome appear over my head, there a hole appeared in the clouds. Something came
You stepped
down
into a vortex, man.
there, but yes, and there was multiple things happened that night. But one of the things that happened was I walked to the water's edge. The bridge was built, but the arch wasn't there.
Right.
And I got this transmission. There was a visual. There was an entity over here to the right. There was all this stuff went on over here, but to the left, when it was over, all of these souls started coming down like a stairwell. And you know, like when you go to the movie theater and like you're standing at the front by the screen and how everyone comes down, right? You know, it was like that. And they were on the left side and they all came down. And as they came down to the bottom, they would look at me in motion and then turn. There was like 300 of them because I was counting them. And now the crazy thing is like the next time I go out there was like, say, a few days later, I walk to the same place and there's this archway bridge, right? The decorative part of it, it wasn't there. So it was almost like it was weird, you know? And now I've gone back and it's got all those colors to it, which is really cool.
Yeah. We're going to
that was the original Soulogy profile pic.
Yeah.
That bridge.
Yeah, directly behind I could look out my window and see it actually.
Dude, I had so many things happen there. I stepped into a circle of snakes, a circle of water moccasins. Yeah. Trippy. At like 3 a.m. What else happened? I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit happen there. But anyway,
sounds like those were initiations too, Todd.
I don't know. I mean, it was and then when I went over there after we got married, and Morgan had to go to Australia, and I came over there and hung out with you and then walked that area with you. That was a trip. Yeah, that was trippy. That was very trippy. Yeah, I got picked up by the police there. Lots of fun. Yeah. Interesting. But now we're divine humans and all that stuff we're letting go of. And we've got these beautiful connections being made, such as you and Christy. And man, are you scared? Do you want to talk about it?
No, I'm
nervous.
You
gotta be nervous.
When we first started exploring this, both of us, I think I can speak for her too, were terrified. Yeah. Because we have never let anybody in this deep before. And we were barely cracking the surface. Now I am not nervous. I'm not scared. I am excited. You know,
well, I mean, dude, you look great now. You look great, man. I mean, you look fantastic. I mean, thank you, man. Well, yeah. I mean, you were, we all went into that at certain, periods of our lives. I mean, by the time you met me, I mean, you walked the streets for 2 years, you lose a little weight. Yeah. So I wasn't exactly, but before that, but at your age, I mean, it's usually like what, 42, 45, you start to, but you've really done a great job with the whole thing, the physical, the mental, and plus you're a student, you've always been, you got a huge heart, and those are the people that get stomped on, and we can all identify with that. And but you never stop. I still remember when I was in so we connected. You came to the original studio, we were back and forth. I left October 13, 2016, so we kind of lost contact.
Yeah, you took off to New York City.
Yeah, I was in New York City, and then you called me. I'll never forget you. And then
I had my experience, where I got kind of like activated in a dream. Yeah, and I told you about it, and you were there in the dream as confirmation. I didn't know about confirmations at that time, and how all that stuff worked. But you were in the dream, and then a friend of mine, from Chili's, who was also in the dream, and now she's also in a connection. Really. Yeah, still she's actually having her own beautiful experience waking up and
are you meeting people in H-Town that are waking up? Or I guess it's kind of hard to find people.
Yeah, I mean
side by side. Yeah. Now this person is though, right?
Yeah. My jiu-jitsu professor he's going through something right now. fact, I have no doubt that our connection, that the reason I was led to this academy
Cool.
was for him, and I'm teaching his son piano. So
Oh,
we have
cool.
a really, really close bond.
Is it the one over there by your house where
Yep.
the hookah bar was? The Bar Garcia thing? Bar, what is it called? Grace
I know,
Area?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's around that area.
They still have that hookah lounge?
Behind the Fiesta.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been there, but I've seen it. I know what
Dude,
you're talking about.
yeah. I had fun in that hookah lounge. They used to stay open 24 hours. It was
Hookah.
good. Hookah, yeah. We brought our own hookah.
Oof.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah.
It's a different kind of I think we were both so different back then, though. You and I
Sure. We all were.
we were barely getting into it. You were we're way more ahead. So I kind of looked up to you as far as information, and I was starting to slowly creep the Soulogy pages, just to kind of see what's out there.
That's right. Yeah, because you had you had read The Flower of Life.
Mm-hmm.
And you had questions. That was weird. That was weird to walk into a bar, because I was doing I was putting post up.
Yeah, on
my little flip phone.
Little flip phone. Yeah, it's like how hard that is.
I know. I used to could do it. I used to do it without looking. ABC, boom. I mean, literally, I could do it without looking. And then you're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I was reluctant to tell you. But if you think about that, that was the perfect connection. And of course, it was a reunification, I'm sure, no doubt. But that we think about that, Crown Royal, Heineken's, hot, extra crispy wings. And, and that's how we reconnected. Right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Really is.
That was a good place. That was like kind of our a really nice, mellow meeting place to do, because it wasn't crowded. It wasn't crowded at all, and so we had a lot of time to talk. It
was a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful thing. It was a godsend for me and for you
and I didn't know it at the time, but yeah, I did. If you had told me at that time that you and I were going to be connected the way we are now, I wouldn't believe it. I was like,
I wouldn't have either.
Met this guy.
I wouldn't have either.
Serving Crown and chicken wings.
No, I wouldn't have either. No, I wouldn't have either. I was still in the funk too.
Yeah.
Like I was still, occasionally stepping into the dark, ugly, beautiful blessings of the hells of addiction, without people knowing. I had my moments, and those are tough moments. And I mean, Christy knows. I mean, and I think a lot of us do. I really do. I think a lot of us, the people come on here, and even recently, talking about, we had a beautiful lady on the other day, 2 bouts in the psych ward, extended bouts. So it's almost like the path of what, let's just say psychiatric, being into the psychiatric system and being into whatever part of the system drug addiction takes you into, or alcohol addiction, either or, are pretty much the same path. And you see a lot of people in these circles have taken that path.
Oh, it's those also you can kind of look at as an activation or initiation into going. The healer has got to go through this thing in order to understand that he is a healer, and he has the ability to heal himself from within. And a lot of us go through these traumatic experiences, and don't think we can handle it, and we don't have the support. We don't have anyone to lean on, or a safe container to explore these things. But when you come out the other end, you're so thankful for these gifts and lessons that you learned from it, because without this experience, I would not have the perception that I do to deal with these types of
Yeah. I
It's
agree. I think,
I look at
hey, I
everything like a
would,
blessing now,
it is. Hey, I guarantee you that my past had, there's always a lot of factors, but that's part of the reason my third eye blew up.
Mm,
was at the right time doing certain things and of course universal alignment.
yeah.
But I think that, like from a human standpoint, one of the biggest lessons, if not the biggest lesson for me, was, when you're in that state, you know it all, right? Oh, I can handle this. Hell, I can get high. I can take ecstasy and go down and go grocery shopping,
You're
right?
bulletproof.
Yeah. So, you think you got it figured out, and you really eat a lot of humble pie. And, that old saying, just get out of the way.
Hmm.
Uh, so that serves me to this day, because, you thought you were fooling everybody, and you may have been, but you weren't fooling yourself. And
Mm-mm.
that's the thing, right? I mean, that's like, that's worth it. Although wonder if it could have been done a little easier.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that call in these lessons with ease and grace,
Yeah.
and then there's some that chose a
No,
harder.
I joke about it. Franco said something to me about it over there. He's like, you don't have any programs running, but you might have a little shame. And I thought, yeah, I don't think I have anymore, but I probably did for a while.
Oh, I bet
But
you do.
no, I really, no, I kind of look back at it now and go, wow, that's pretty cool.
Hmm.
Like, that was a pretty cool path. It was an exciting path. I think that's another thing that people that have let's just say, the attributes of this crowd, there's kind of a thrill-seeking mentality to them.
Oh, definitely.
They
Yeah,
get bored,
dude,
I mean,
dude,
we want
rock
action.
rock star, man.
There you
This is
go.
this is
Oh,
what
that's right.
my life was about back in the day.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
sex, drugs, party, play
Yeah,
music,
yeah,
loud,
yeah.
and it's just over because of my extreme mentality. I took everything to the extreme.
Yeah,
So it wasn't just a couple of drinks. It
yeah,
was the whole bar.
yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
it wasn't
And
just
and the party material that went with it,
yes,
that
yeah.
helped allow you to sustain your buzz and stay on your feet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For a lot of years.
Yeah.
Believe me, I still have a lot of work to. I've forgiven myself a bunch for that, but I haven't gone deep enough to on that right there yet.
Yeah.
That's going to come up. We're going to get to that. But yeah, it's like, because of the extreme nature that I've always lived, they had extreme consequences.
Mm-hmm.
For every decision I made, it was an extreme consequence to that. And there goes the guilt, there goes the shame, and there goes the just disconnection from society, and just
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to leave your home. There goes the depression sets in, and you don't have anybody to
Paranoia.
talk to about this. Paranoia.
Yeah.
First of all, you don't have anybody to talk to with, but if you did, you wouldn't want to talk to anybody because of that, the shame.
It's pretty bad when but yeah, I'm just saying, no sense in all that. But I mean, yeah, the advantage, I think, I guess that's what I'm saying, is that there are those times when you are sober in the moment,
Mhm.
or it's the morning after, and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you go, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a real wake up.
Yes.
But to have the fortitude to pull yourself out of it is says a lot too, because there's a lot of people that don't make it. I have a lot of friends that didn't make it.
Yeah.
From when I grew up, and also even from later. But
I mean, and you can think of it as also part of a cycle. It's the part of the cycle of the life that you chose, and sometimes you're up in this, even happiness, even over being over happy can be kind of the same thing. You way up here all the time. You don't get to this is the middle line.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm down here now. This is my cycle pattern. And I'm up here again now.
Well, and another thing, and I'm not saying this to what am I trying to say? I'm not saying this as an excuse or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I think as well, Pamela Johnson brought this up on the show yesterday, that there's also the lineage. There's the lineage, like, generation after even like for instance, in the Mexican American culture, Mexican culture, there's a lot of drinking, man. There's a lot of skirt chasing. There's a lot of drinking. There's a lot of misogynism. And so sometimes those things are acted out. You know what I mean? And so I don't know how that's so, I mean, again, like you said, look, nobody is at fault here. We're just unraveling the goo, right? And and picking up the poo with the cosmic poop.
I don't know necessarily. I'm trying to think back, like if I knew that my parents or grandparents or friends or family members, their drinking led to mine. I think I made a conscious decision when I came down here that I want to experience everything. Well,
you chose them. You chose that family. Yeah. And remember, it's in your DNA. It's not about whether you know what I mean? I mean, it's in your DNA. So by you or me or Christy or whoever bringing that into alignment, we're affecting generations forth and back.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
And we're totally capable of curing that, and stopping that lineage.
So were you?
Some people call it a curse.
Shit, I had a good time doing it. I'm not going to complain. Well, I do tell you one thing. I miss chicken wings. I miss freaking. I had to go to the Walmart over in Fort Smith because the one over here didn't have what I needed. It's pretty bad when you got to go to Walmart. Anyway, and then you got to go to another town to go to the Walmart. But I passed what is it, Buffalo, a Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
I thought, man, what I would do for one beer and a dozen chicken wings. That's my favorite meal and was for years. But so you got to leave behind the old to get the new.
Sometimes, yeah. I think that's what we're doing right now. Is we're you can kind of think of that as that opportunity presented itself to you to see if you were gonna freaking stick to your plan. Yeah.
Did you have any idea that that energy of represented by Christy would be stepping into your field? Were you? I mean, I think deep down it's innate. It's innate. Like it's like a magnetic thing,
Well, it is a magnetic. I understand why and how it happened. Honestly, at the time, I changed paths. The path that I was on was not the path that I was. I completely changed paths. So I kind of steered back away from the path that I was on and came back to Soulogy. Kind of almost, if you want to think about it that way.
Dude, I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly because I know the whole energy of it. I mean, and look, I'm just not going to say a whole lot, but I mean, look at that other path. There's a pattern occurred over there, and there's you know what I mean? And I'm not saying one's better. I'm just saying that was information.
That was information. I needed that at the time. I needed the activations. I think that was a learning experience. Yeah, it's a great thing. But I came home. I feel like I came home when I came back to Soulogy, man. And
dude, you are Soulogy. That's what I'm telling you. You are Soulogy. I mean, and I'm not saying I don't consider myself so. I'm saying that in the early development of Soulogy, you're a pillar, and you didn't even know it. In fact, I didn't even know it, to be honest with you. but I look back
Caught us
now,
both by surprise, I think.
dude.
Yeah.
If you look at the meetings at the bar where I worked, I was the bartender.
That was our meeting room, by the way.
That was, yeah. So that was one. And then phase two was I come into town in 2018 and hole up in a hotel room and you bring a guitar and we just made magic. And then there's an illuminated cross on the wall.
Yeah, that was fun.
There's just this magic, that was an important part of Soulogy was the artistic expression and the spontaneous improvisational aspect of our spirit. And that's what you brought to the table. And it lit my fire and it lit other people's fire. I had a guy come on 3 or 4 days ago and he said, man, you inspired me. And he was talking about it, but it wasn't me. It was what I'm talking about, which you were part of. So this is like step 3 or step 4, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely say that stepping back into this path has definitely aligned Christy and I's journey back to each other. I definitely know, and we know this. We didn't know it at first, but I definitely know that we set this up. That we've always done this for each other in past lives and stuff like that. Either one of us is going through our down period or our processing, and just we're in a doing kind of feel it like in a stuck shadow work, and then one of us pops in as support.
I wouldn't be surprised if y'all have some phenomenal experiences like we had, where you start to have that interdimensional, I don't know what you call it. It's just like other parts of you come out, and I mean, it's a serious business. And to your point too, this whole thing that's happening feels like the mission of missions, like the cycle.
It does.
The cycle ending all cycles. Like it's like this big kahuna thing, and it only makes sense that you would have these really ancient, strong connections reconnecting at a critical time.
Yes.
And so it fits, it fits.
This is definitely what we're both feeling. I mean, it does feel like the end of one cycle, one pattern, and this is why it feels so right for her to be coming over right now, because this is kind of the start of this new cycle.
So how's grandma feel about it?
She's good. I explained it to her. I said, she's 94 years old.
She's beautiful, man.
She sleeps most of the day, but and she can't barely hear. So I explained it to her the other day, and it's just kind of show you where her mind thinks, because this is conditioning. She was raised like this too, always in fear.
Oh, you're sleeping on the couch.
No, I sit her down at the table. I say, I've got to talk to you, and I'm really, really serious about it to let her know this is not a joke here. So listen, I've met someone. You went into details, but she doesn't hear a lot of that stuff anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I met someone, and she's going to be moving in, and she says, "And you want me to leave?"
No.
Whoa! No. Nothing is, and I can see this is coming from a very wounded place.
Yeah.
I totally understand where that comes from, but I let her know right away. This is not. No, you're not, nothing's going to change as far as you're concerned. You're staying here with us, in fact, it's going to make life a lot, I think, easier and better. Enhance it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, just tell her, you're still the queen, baby. We just got a princess now.
Yeah. So I moved her. I moved my grandmother in with me. I've been a single bachelor for years and years, and in 2013 the old person man she was living with in Bowling, my hometown, passed away, and I did not want her to live alone, so I kind of went over there the day after that he passed away, and I kidnapped her. Seriously. She did not want to go. She didn't want to come with me, but I was like, I didn't want to leave her by herself in a house that, you know,
Good
that
move.
that's empty. Yeah. So
Good move, because she probably wouldn't be here if you hadn't done that.
yeah.
Truthfully.
So she's been living with me since 2013, and it's got its ups and downs. And she fell in 2019, broke her wrist and her hip, and the dog pulled her, and she fell hard on the concrete. So it's been really hell since that time, just rehabilitation.
Do you have in-home healthcare?
We had some people coming over right after, just for rehabilitation.
For rehab.
Yeah. Now she's getting along, but she uses a walker. You know, she's got to use that walker, and everything's real slow, which is, you know, it's going to be at that age.
Yeah.
But, you know, she has her habits, and they're not, you know, she's kind of stuck in her ways, eats meat. I'm not really supportive. I've been trying to become a vegetarian or a vegan for years, but I'm not supported. So this is really hard. And,
well, you know, let her roll. Yeah. God, I miss Mexican food though.
I do too, man.
I thought the other day, I can't even eat cheese, dude. I tried to eat cheese. I got a grilled cheese yesterday. I gave myself a reward, and
I had a grilled cheese today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My body's just like going. It's not screaming at me. It's just going.
Well,
it's
thing
not going to work.
The thing for me is because my insides are kind of the same way with you. That my body is telling me it's time to do something different. My insides, every time I would eat meats, or even my favorite thing, tacos, I would eat the meat, and it's just like horrible. Yeah. It's I suffer for it for days, just going through the digestion process.
Yeah,
so it's not fun. It's not worth it.
I think it's the transformation. I think it's reached a point now where it's affecting the physicality.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Well, there's nothing else to go. There's nowhere else. There's nothing else left.
Yeah.
We've done the mental, the emotional, the etherical, you know what I mean? And it's like the body is the last one on board, but it's also the most impactful to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's going to have like magical things be made available to this body that are done in dimension, basically.
Well, I feel, and this is something ever since we started doing this deep purge, this deep shadow work and trauma work, I felt things click on. Like my inner vision has become a lot more clear. It was really foggy for a lot of years. Feels like that third eye is just like kind of pecking away, you know, wanting to open up. As my food and intake changes, I feel like I can getting lighter as far as
I think that's the right word, lighter. Lighter. So like even, you know, I had this, I was drinking this. It's healthy, but I didn't make it. I usually make my own, but this is a smoothie. And I started to drink it before I was talking to you, and my body said, put that down. And I'm like, why? Because it has whatever,
they put all
yogurt,
kinds of
milk,
chemicals and stuff like that.
And because it's not, and I'm like, okay, you know, so for me, it's just herbal tea, sparkling water. I'm still drinking coffee, although it seems to be going out the door real quick. And then all organic vegetables. I don't consume anything unless it's organic. I won't eat it. You know, and it's a juice. Like it's been about 85-90% of my diet for now. What, almost 30
thing
years?
About pomegranate juice is if you drink too much of it, you get the palmy runs.
Dude, I love
it's a good way to flush your system out, though. I'm just saying.
Oh, I love pomegranate, blueberry, watermelon. I love watermelon juice. How about, you know, I love to eat watermelon. What's the other one? Beets. Now beets, things get a little weird. I thought I was dying. Oh my God, I got prostate cancer. I'm pissing blood.
No, because it cleans your tract.
I know it does.
I could see that. Yeah.
I know. And so if I don't juice, like I got a bag of kale, I take beets and I slice them. I saute them with organic onions and peppers, and then I throw the kale on, and oh my God, that shit's good. You know, and some hot peppers. Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
you need to season that stuff with Slap Your Mama,
Slap
Cajun.
your mama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I put that shit on everything, man.
dude. I've got one in here. Morgan's friend sent from Australia. I'm a hot pepper.
No, this is hot stuff, man.
Dude, this stuff that I have, I mean, and I looked it up. It's the hottest pepper in the world, and it's a whole jar. Well, you know how you pour, you know, the first time I used it, I had a taco, and I poured it. It came out a little too much, and oh my God, I ate half the taco, dude. I was dying. I was crying. I was sweating. I was dying. I have it in there. I drop a little hair drop into, you know, anything that I might be making.
I even put that stuff in my hummus.
Yeah.
It makes everything good, man.
Yeah. Christy says, oh yes, the classic beet death poops.
So she's the one that introduced me to the pomegranate juice cleanse the other day. And boy, that thing kicks in about 3 or 4 hours.
So are y'all using, because when I look for okay, first of all, I've never juiced a pomegranate. I don't know how you do it. I guess you could try it. But so they have that one brand with the hearts on it. I love that stuff. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like a kind of like an hourglass. It's in the grocery stores.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but where do you get it? And how do you?
Well, the only one, so at the health food store, which is a long way, so I get at the Fiesta. It's just closer. They have this one brand. It's about that big. You can get 3 gigantic glassfuls.
Is it? It's not the one I'm talking about. It's not the bottle one like that.
No. They don't have that one there. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but so is it like in a tin or is it in a?
No, it's a glass.
Okay.
Glass. Yeah.
I'll have to check into that because
These are
I've never.
Tiny pomegranate teats. By the way,
are you serious? You know I'm gullible. I'll probably go. No, dude, I had to milk a goat, man, back in when we got over to the States, when we left Hawaii. That was.
I think I saw that, man.
Dude, that was not.
Did you at least buy that goat coffee or a drink? Jesus Christ.
That was not normal. I had no idea that the teats were going to be so warm. It felt very unnatural. I did not like it at all.
Well, think of how the fucking goat felt.
Well,
man.
I don't know why, I just, and so what I did was I just put her out into
strange man
the
just
stockade.
comes over here and starts grabbing my boobs and just starts.
Dude, and then you go, Morgan took a picture. She was cracking up. But yeah, man, I'm not into that. I think I had too much of it in the past life or something. I'm just not into it. I don't want to feel a warm teat, and I'm not into it. No.
Well,
but I will say, and I'm not a big milk drinker. I stopped drinking milk about 18, but the milk is good. That milk is good.
The goat milk.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Morgan wouldn't drink it, but I thought it was all right. Pretty cool. Yeah, man. Chickens. What else do they have? Chickens. Pigeons. Rooster. Trying to attack me.
This is in Hawaii?
No, this was in up in North Washington. So we came from Hawaii, and then it was, like people just, it was like, like you said, the universe just makes things happen. So like we went here.
Get out of your way.
Everything was like, but that guy had a friend of ours, Sean, he had asked us before, if you come over here, you can stay at my farm for 6 weeks, because he was going out of the country. And he had a huge vegetable garden. Oh. I'm talking, dude, I was eating corn out of the stalk without even washing it.
We actually have a product. Me and Christy have a product that involves corn husks.
What is
that? We're going to be unveiling at the next Soulogy Fest.
What is it?
Oh, you're going to love it.
Is it edible?
Reverse edible.
Reverse. It's an enema. Is that what it is? An enema. So
we'll fill you in. You don't need to know the details. We'll fill you in.
Whatever you want to do, man. whatever you want to do. Man, this last this the 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 20. Yeah, it's just been like, wow. I mean, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. And I'm excited. I am so excited. And here's my beloveds on the other side of the world. I'm good with it. She's good with it. We know we got some other stuff going on. I just feel like that there's something far bigger that's coming to all of us very quick. That's gonna not just wipe out the drudge that we've been working on, because I think we don't give ourselves enough credit. I think we've done enough work, not all the work, but enough work to be clear that I think it's going to wipe out our perception of what we think we're doing here. I think there's something bigger coming in, and I don't know. That's just my feeling, but
I definitely feel like changes are coming, man. I mean, this is why else is the universe bringing us all together? You know, I mean, it's not to be to stay in a slave mentality. Definitely.
No, man. And, looking at like what's happening in Australia, man, that's some wicked stuff going on down there. I mean, now I'm not trying to scare anybody because we know that the distortion is going to get louder, but I think that's where they got the strongest grip is down there. And I think that's where it's going to start. Yeah. I think the people are going to go, you know what? Enough of this shit. And then the rest of the world's going to be like, just because, you think of Australia, I've always thought of it as, wow, that's a laid back, I mean, there's not a lot of people. It's a big country. Yeah. If you look at Soulogy demographics, you would think, right? The top 6 cities, 3 are in Australia. Now that makes no sense. I mean, their biggest cities are 4 or 5 million people. Hell, we got 20 like that, So there's something about it, that area that feels like to me like it's the
tipping point, maybe.
Like the place where because I think what I think one of the things like I've come across is like being with Morgan, because I remember like last year when it all started, she was on it every day because that's where she's from. She's like totally glued to it, and it made me realize they took their guns away years ago, an entire country. Can you imagine them telling them in America, come turn your guns in? People would be like, fuck you,
The same thing in Canada.
Yeah. Right. So I think, what I'm saying is that it was an environment where, and I'm not even living there, where people thought, oh, wow, we got it pretty good. But the fact is they actually have it the worst. So, the polarities are more extreme because they weren't transparent. Whereas if you go to, I saw a thing today. There's more freedom in Afghanistan in this moment than there is in Australia. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but it's something to think about. If you look at it energetically, you got people staying in their homes. They can't even leave. They're shooting rescue dogs because they don't want the rescue workers out there violating the quarantine. True story. Craziness. But anyway, my point is I think it's going to turn there, and I think we're going to see some amazing stuff.
All it takes is for us to unite and stand up at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's literally right. That's right. We could all walk outside our door right now and say, I am not participating. Yep. Anyway, I think that, and I look at some of the things people say this next, this year, next year, we're cleaning out the closet. And that's nothing, man. That's like a 0.001% of a breath in a lifetime. So I'm excited.
It's very interesting stepping into this new timeline reality. And you know, from where we came from, and now we're here and seeing the doors kind of open up for us in front of us, and aligning um, a lot of our pals. You know, I see it not just happening to us, but you know, across the board, even Soulogy, other
Oh
networks.
yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah. There's plenty of energies that, you know, Soulogy is one of whatever, you know, but are you burning a lot of energy?
Mhm.
I am. I'm burning like crazy, you know, and
I'm
maybe it
even
has to do with the juicing. I don't know.
well. Um, all the time that I put in on the workouts,
Mhm.
my body has become a fuel burning machine. So even
Yeah.
when I'm not working out, like the 2 weeks off that I had, 3 weeks off that I took off from my foot, I was
Uh-huh.
still burning. I got under 200 pounds in that time off because I was
Wow.
still constantly burning. And then when I went back, the machine started again.
How
And
tall are you?
5'7",
5'7".
5'9" in heels.
Please. I just got an image and I don't even want to go there. Buck naked in heels, wearing them proud. We're clear heels at that. They were clear. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh God, Jesus Christ. Please don't let Morgan see this. I hope she's not on. She'll be like, I'm getting you some.
Well, I thought that he took a picture of your butt and a couple while back. Remember that bare butt?
No.
It's like,
but let me tell you something.
what?
No. She took that picture. No, she didn't take that picture. There was a picture of a guy with a butt, and she put it up. People thought it was mine.
I know,
Well,
and I was
now
like,
listen.
man.
So let me tell you what happened. Where's that damn thing? Okay, so my phone crapped out. So she left her phone. She sent me her phone from Australia, right? The one she had here.
Yeah.
So I got it, and I still got to hook it up, but I got it hooked up to the internet. So I go to the pictures, and I told her, do you want these pictures? Because you got a whole bunch of pictures in here. Now I'm looking through the pictures, and it's like going through memory lane. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God. And then there's a picture of my butt, right, dude? I'm like,
no, this
I
was
call her
your butt. This was
my
your butt.
real butt. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Which actually looked a little bit like the picture that, which is sad. Yeah, typical Mexican, fat gut, flat butt, right? Well, my gut's gone now, but you know, but I called her. I said, "You have a picture of my butt?" She's like, "Yeah." Like,
Just
what's the
like
big
really
deal?
casual.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, you know, come on. But yeah, life is good. It is. God, my daughter can't connect with my daughter earlier today. She's in Houston. Actually, two of them today. And then you and man, I'm sitting here going, am I going to Houston? I don't want to go anywhere, but who knows? I don't know.
Oh, I mean, you could come for a visit.
I could, yeah.
You know,
I don't know, man. Right now, it's been such a period of integration.
seems like you got it good up there, though. You know,
it's
seems like
nice.
You got it really good, relaxing.
It's very affordable, which it's the only way it could happen. And then I got this forest behind me, which is full of portals, and it's just and it's a womb. Morgan created it. She painted the whole damn house. She, we bought the only one time in our life we had any money because her business just kind of flourished for a few weeks, and we paid cash. We got some furniture, and so it's literally her womb that I'm operating out of. And then, which makes it nice. I mean, it was a little difficult at first. The human had a difficult time. Both of our humans did. But I think about 3 weeks ago, we hit it. And we went, you know what? We made it. And then again, with that, with that constriction moving to relaxation, all the information starts to come in and you start to get more guidance and you start to get validation. And so but we would like to be sleeping together at night, and we will in time.
It'll
But,
happen.
oh, I know it will. So it's, it's, to me, it's like, there's no time left for victim consciousness. There's no time left for the human pity pot. We are divine humans. Let's get it on. And whatever the world presents, be it a quarantine or a COVID or a threat or whatever, I made a video yesterday and I didn't want to make it. I was told, get on there and make it. And that's one of the things I said. I will not wear a mask. I will not take a vaccine. I will go to prison. I will go be killed. I don't care. But that's my truth. Respect that, and I'll respect yours. And if somebody wants to do any of those things, that's fine. And I think that's where we're at. Somehow or another, these timelines converge in a place where everybody makes their own decision and everybody minds their own fucking business.
It's pretty lenient down here in Texas. I mean, there are people wearing masks and there's people that aren't, and nobody says anything. I haven't seen.
Texas is cool though. Texas is Texas. People say stuff about Texas, but Texas is well, you know what? Arkansas is a lot like that. Yeah. Arkansas is a lot like you see a biker and a redneck, right? And everybody just does their own thing.
Does their own thing.
Yeah. Now, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about after the initial scare, because when it first started, everybody freaked out. But yeah, Arkansas is a lot like Texas, but Texas is Texas, man. Texas, like Xana said, Texas rocks.
Oh yeah.
Like Texas is Texas is like a country, really.
It is. Yeah,
really is. Because
I haven't been more proud of my state ever until this happened.
I know, man. He's like throwing it down, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now the lieutenant governor, he's a little cuckoo, but the governor's cool. Lieutenant governor, he's a little bit of a cuckoo. I can't even believe they ever elected that guy. I remember watching him. He was a newscaster years ago.
And then one of these days we might get Matthew McConaughey as our governor.
All right.
It'd be real cool if you did this interview.
See, the problem I have with the actors being politicians is they're making it very obvious they're fucking actors. Schwarzenegger, Reagan. You know what I mean? Now, Reagan had a little bit of political experience, but you know what I mean? But it's just like, but yeah, I could dig that. It'd be better than what we got for the most part. I'm not knocking the governor of Texas, but yeah.
No, he's pulling his own weight, right? He's doing an amazing job.
Yeah. So is the guy.
And I'm not political at all.
I'm not either. But I respect somebody that stands their ground, even if I don't agree with them, as long as they're not like impeding on anybody, encroaching on somebody's, space. But like that dude in Florida, man, he's a trip.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, one of the reasons I feel confident and comfortable and excited is because of the way that the mainstream media, to include Facebook, Google, YouTube, the way they're portraying everything. It's like, are you fucking stupid? Like,
well,
you know what I mean? I mean, it's so obvious, right?
We see through this.
Exactly.
The people that are still watching the news and still conditioned to this still believe this as their story.
Yeah, but I think that number's shrinking rapidly.
I think so too.
I know it is. And one of the reasons is because of the lack of populist support for any of those initiatives, including the president of the United States.
Oh yeah.
There's no support there. So you can say, was the election stolen, all that stuff, but it doesn't even matter. Remember, Franco said, and I thought it was good intel. It was 10 days before the election. He said, he came on the show. He said, we haven't decided. We being all of us. He said, now if we go the red way, then it's going to be more of the same, and it's going to take X number of months. If you go the blue way, it's going to be rougher, but it's going to deconstruct more rapidly. Yeah. Because it's so
this is what we're seeing right now.
Exactly.
They took the blue way, so you're getting to see the deconstruction as it happens in real time.
That's right.
So it's going to happen eventually anyway, because that's what we said in the intention to happen. We got a bunch of powerful beings out here that have already set this intention for the this mass awakening and unveiling to happen. And
dude, it's on. Game on.
Now it's
man.
On. Yeah.
We've been on an hour and 30 minutes, man. Christy's going to be on what, Monday?
She's going to be tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow's Monday.
Yeah.
I gotta
So we
remember.
set all this stuff up before we even knew anything. You know, it's just kind of ironic how this all fell together.
That's how it works. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. So Morgan will send out dates.
Yeah.
Everyone fills them in, and then we'll look at the calendar and go, oh, look at that. Look at the way look at that day. You can tell the power days or the power weekend.
Yeah.
Or here you are Sunday and Christie's Monday. I mean, come on. You can't make this shit up. There ain't no way. It's amazing.
Yeah, she's gonna have a great show too, and I think it's gonna be really revealing and just kind of heart space.
Wow. No, I dig her, man. I dig her. I'm not just saying that because y'all are hooked up, but I liked her from the beginning. She's, well, you know, that's the thing. Like even like this month, you know, Morgan came up with this, you know, the hero's journey, and these people, like this lady, Nicola, what's her name? Nicola.
I know who you're talking about. Alonzo?
No. She just came on a couple of days ago, and she was Nicola. God, what's wrong with me? I'm having a brain. Nicola. Anyway, she's from England. Powerful. We're talking like Judith Kuzal territory, Sandra Walters. We're talking about. Yet she's so down to earth. You know, I'm doing a show with her a couple of days ago, and she's like, and if I want to be human and be emotional, then I'm going to do it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You know, there's none of that pretense. And that's what I think is, I had a conversation with a friend of mine last night. I can't go into too deep because I don't want to give it away, but let's just say a contemporary type of platform, and that's working closely with the largest platform or platforms in these circles, which obviously would be what, Gaia TV, right?
Yeah.
And so basically, I was in the conversation. I said, you know, I keep an eye on all that stuff, and I do. I try to keep an eye on everything so I can get, you know, stay in touch. And I said, that's just not the direction we want to go.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, what is it? And I said, well, it's these stories. It's the people. It's the 99.9%, right? It's the story.
I want the human perspective. The human.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. It's the human. It's the human is the hero perspective. It's the no bullshit. This is what happened to me. Yes, it was embarrassing, but I can talk about it now because it's full of gold, right?
And this is exactly what we're going through. We're living the human experience, and we're acknowledging and accepting. Yes, we came here to be human, to live all these emotions and experiences, and we're going to talk about it now, and we're learning how to work through them and how to get to all these suppressed memories and traumas and bring them up so that we can evolve and grow this human being into what it's supposed to be, and not what it's been conditioned to be.
Yeah.
You know,
righteous. All right, man. Happy birthday. Have a shot of aloe vera juice for me, and smoke some or snort some angel trust. How about that?
Angel trust.
Yeah, right on. Well, so hope to see you in the physical soon. I'm very happy for you. I love you very, very much. Give your grandma a third eye kiss from me. And,
Will do.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Peace out.